9-0 Chiefs are heading to the 8-2 Buffalo Bills. It's the highest win total going into a Week 11 game since the Chiefs played the Rams going into that Week 11 game, that famous Monday night game that was 54-51. They played at the Coliseum, so it's the highest win total between two teams at this late in the season since that game. So if it's anything like that Monday night game, the 54-51 game, I'd be really excited about that. But in the Mahomes era, the Chiefs are 3-0 in the playoffs against the Bills. But in the regular season, however, that's when the Bills come to life. They are 1-3 against the Bills in the regular season during the Mahomes era. So 3-0 in the playoffs, 1-3 in the regular season. I think I'll take the 3-0 in the playoffs. But
every day.
Yeah. So if the Chiefs win, they're pretty much inching closer to nailing that one seed in the AFC, continuing on the way to a perfect season. The other side, Buffalo winning this game kind of keeps things interesting for the battle for that one seed in the AFC. But obviously, if you look at the history of the rivalry between these two teams over the last few years, and obviously what's at stake here this weekend, getting closer to the one seed, we're trying to vie for that one seed. Who needs this game more between the Bills and the Chiefs, between these two AFC juggernauts?
You know what, man? I think the Bills need it more than the Chiefs do. I mean, the Chiefs, like you said, is undefeated. And so we got games to give if we need to. We give games up. So as far as where this sets us right now, we are on a great trajectory to have a number one seed. Okay. And so Buffalo needs this more than we do. But hey, look, it's regular season. What counts is that playoff. When playoffs come, it's about who's getting beat in the playoffs, and we've been on top each and every time. So I don't think Buffalo is going to beat us, but they do need this game more than we do.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with you on that. And I think obviously the media makes it out that obviously Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen and the rivalry that's become, because we've seen the way the scheduling goes is like whoever wins if you're number one, you're in your division, you play the number one team in the other division every year. So as far as in the AFC, so that's why they've had that rivalry for years that's been going on. But like you said, I'd rather have that 3-0 in the playoffs than the 1-3 in the damn regular season. I mean, let them have another win. Let them have a win on Sunday. I mean, obviously, that's not what you want essentially, but who's to say that's not a wake up call for the Chiefs to, if that so does happen, that hey, that's kind of a reset of like, hey, all right, we've kind of skirted by some of these games and won real close. It's like, hey, maybe this is a reality check to where, and there's a lot of pressure too to stay undefeated. I mean, if you go back and probably interview the Patriots that year when they were 18-0, whatever, going into the Super Bowl, I mean, that's a lot of pressure week in and week out, because guess what? Every single team you play every week that's your Super Bowl. That's their Super Bowl. And to be the best, you got to beat the best. And right now, the Chiefs have showed that the last 2 years. So, who's to say, like I said, I mean, I don't know necessarily what the outcome that's going to be on Sunday, but, at the end of the day, you could tell that it seems like the Bills certainly need this more than the Chiefs do.
Yeah. So, Tyler, let me ask you, man, what do you think, what does it rank for the Chiefs to be undefeated for the season? What do you think it ranks up for those guys? Is it a high thing to try to obtain, or you think those guys are like, hey, man, it's every week. Whatever the week brings is what the week brings. So we end up finishing up undefeated. Cool. If not, then we okay with that too. So how hard do you think?
Yeah, I think I'd be wrong in saying that every guy doesn't want to finish, undefeated, to be that team to finish the season, or, to finish undefeated for one. I mean, that's one thing, but it doesn't mean, to me, being undefeated during the season and not winning the Super Bowl, I can give two shits about being
right.
I'd rather win the Super Bowl and be, 9-8 like the damn Giants were those 2 years they won. I mean, who gives a dang what the damn left-hand column said at that point? But I do think that there's a lot of pressure that comes along with that, of being, and it's almost like, if they do lose a game, it's like, all right, we're still a good football team, like we don't have to have that damn, undefeated bubble over our head, like of every week of saying, they're going for the perfect season or whatever it is. Because that is a little bit of added pressure, if you ask me. I mean, I really do. I mean, you can't tell me that there's guys aren't thinking that in their mind. I mean, that like, hey, we're still undefeated. We're still undefeated. But it's one of those things where, I mean, is that your ultimate goal, to win every damn game? Absolutely. I mean, that's what you go to work every single day and lace those cleats up and strap on that helmet. I mean, you're not going out there to lose a damn football game.
Right.
But as far as from that standpoint, like I mentioned a minute ago, if it were to go the opposite way this weekend, I mean, maybe that, like I said, that's a reset of saying, hey, that perfect season is behind us. But this also shows that, like, it's one thing to lose by 3 points, but it's a different thing to get blown out. Because that certainly, if it goes that way this weekend, then you got a lot of Chiefs fans that are saying, oh, shoot, here it goes.
Well, not only Chiefs fans, but then analysts and everybody else. Everybody else is like, see, I told you, the Chiefs, look, pretenders, they're not the real guys like you see.
Absolutely. That's a great point.
Yeah. So you're going to hear a lot of that, man, because they've been saying, Baltimore is the best team, and, Detroit, the Bills look better. And so the one thing I don't think people take context as far as understanding, like, okay, you can say Pat's not playing his best football, okay? But the standard we set for Patrick, okay, the standard where he's at and where he's supposed to be, okay, is still better than what somebody, what their top line is. Like,
oh, yeah.
We understand that. Like, who wouldn't want to still have Patrick Mahomes the way he's still playing? I'm like, I still think everybody will still take him on their team, okay, as the guy. So I just I know people try to make that point, Pat's not playing his best season. Well, he's getting the job done. That's what he's doing. His job is.
Guess what his record is?
That's what, right. Yeah. Okay, he threw an interception, or he got a turnover. He still won the game.
And that's the problem too. That so many. I mean, fans are fans. I mean, obviously as a player, you love the fans.
Come on, baby, go, yes. That's a first down. It's a first down. It's a first down. This football season, I'll be putting down normal sodas like Coca-Cola for Olipop. Olipop offers a healthier alternative with its low sugar content and natural ingredients. Olipop is more than just a drink. It's a wellness companion that supports your digestive health. Packed with prebiotics, this fizzy elixir helps promote good bacteria in your gut, leading to improved digestion and overall well-being. So go ahead, click the link in the description and use promo code SODALOVE and get your can of Olipop so you can enjoy the game guilt-free. Go Chiefs. Use the promo code SODALOVE for 15% off now.
But the problem is sometimes is Pat, like you said, has set that expectation so high, and that every single week, week in and week out, those Chief fans expect Patrick to do exactly what he's done for the last 6 years of his career, however long, 7 years, whatever he's been playing. So it's just one of those things to where it's like, it's almost like Patrick set himself up for failure because he's done so well, and now he's like, he's acting like a human. He's not acting like Superman. But like I said, at the end of the day, he's still winning football games. I mean, it's not pretty. He doesn't have the 20 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, ratio right now. It's 12-9 or 12 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, I believe. But at the end of the day, I'll take that. I'll who's leading the league in stats right now as a quarterback? Do you know, Marcus?
I think Baker was last week.
All right. Well, what's Baker's record right now?
That's not good. I think 4-4.
Okay, exactly. So you got Patrick, who's down at the bottom, but he's 9-0. I mean, at the end of the day, that it is what it is, kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. Would you rather have
Joe Burrow, by the way?
Well, okay, I got you. Would you rather have a MVP Patrick Mahomes playing right now that's 4-5 or 4-4 or whatever, or would you rather have a 9-0, LVP more or less?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, it's Joe Burrow leads in yards, passing yards, and their season's going to the wayside. And then passing touchdowns is tied between Baker, Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson, two of those teams who are not having the best of seasons.
And them jokers are dealing with a monster on their hands with Jamar Chase. He's making it. He's out of there. He's like, I don't care what you give me next year. And Jamar is making a case. He's made it to the point where it is maybe like that atmosphere now. You know, it's true. I don't know how many guys like coming to work. You know how it is, man. If you ain't winning, guys are miserable, and somebody sitting up want to get paid to get their money, he ain't gonna be a happy guy to be around. You know,
right.
I'm the Brown. Appreciate the contribution, brother. Chiefs are 16-0 with the last game versus Denver. So hypothetical. So Chiefs are 16-0 with the last game versus Denver. Do they play all the starters for the perfect season? What say you guys?
Man, I think you play enough. I think you. Oh man, some guys you had to sit down. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
there's a couple guys I had to sit down.
I think it really is a scenario. I think if you got a guy that's kind of been battling injuries all year, you certainly rest him. But at the end of the day, it's I certainly think you play him to some degree. I mean, there's no question about that. Because I don't know as far as having young guys. I don't know if I don't know if you've got a mature enough team to take a week off and be able to, because that's essentially you take a week off at 16-0. Guess what? You got 2 weeks off.
Yeah,
you got a bye week, and there's a lot of teams that had that bye week the first round of the playoffs that have been hot all year, and they come out and lay a damn egg in the second round of the playoffs. So, at the end of the day, I don't know if that's a good question to have, with asking that.
You forget how to run a daggone route. You like, oh, my leg touching. I ain't did it for so long, against a competitor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, your boys is out there and everybody just kind of mirroring each other. Yeah, you ain't putting in the work that you need to.
That's
so,
it.
I don't know. Chiefs, the Cal, appreciate you for the $5 donation. I'm the Brown. Appreciate you, my brother. Brenda Pike, appreciate you also too. So,
yeah, that hypothetically undefeated season's interesting because this you can make the argument here that this 9-10-0 is kind of a unlucky number for the Chiefs. So 2003, JD was a part of the 9-0 squad.
We don't go there with it.
Couldn't get to 10-0, and then 2013, another 9-0 team couldn't get to 10-0 either. So the 9-10, it's a big deal. If they go over that hump, I say play the guys the rest of the year. Let's go for the whole thing. Let's go for the whole undefeated thing.
I don't know. Like I think I agree with Thigpen on this, man. If a guy's banged up, you got to sit him. I don't care. He's just not used. Don't put him out there to get hurt even more. Especially you've been banged up, and all of a sudden that was just the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. I'm done. And you won't be that way.
It comes back to, like you just said, JD. It comes back to that the record between Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Obviously the 3-0. The only thing that matters is the playoffs. You think Patrick gives a crap about that 1-3 record that Josh Allen? He don't care about that. He cares about, hey, we did what we need to do at the time when we needed to do it. So.
Said Jim Moore, the playoffs. Playoffs.
And of course, the last time we played Buffalo in the regular season was the famous Kadarius Toney lining offsides game where Pat, flipped out at the referees in that game. So there's a little bit of a revenge aspect here for the Chiefs to get one over after. Well, we did beat them in the playoffs, so I think we did our justice there. But nonetheless.
Hi everybody, thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.